This
Vita that you also gave us about her. Thank you, sir. The next card I have is Mr. Larry D. Alexander. You state your name and address. You have a total of 3 minutes.
Good evening, board members. My prayers go out to Ms. Caldwell concerning her husband's illness. My name is Larry Alexander of 706 Lexington in Irving. I'm here tonight once again to in what will become a perpetual endeavor on my part to have African American history studies incorporated into Irving ISD as in the regular American history curriculum. During the last session, I presented to you some of the historical contributions of African Americans that they have made towards the development and success of this nation, and yet it's not very widely known because through institutionalized racism, it has never been included in the American history story. So tonight and in future sessions, I will be enlightening you further on events in American history that need to be incorporated in day-to-day American history studies where it belongs. Tonight I'm going to start with Benjamin Banneker, who most of you probably already heard of. This gentleman made the first clock, and he also laid out the plans for Washington, D.C. From memory. He's also the creator of the Farmer's Almanac. Thomas Jennings, in 1821, was issued a patent for dry cleaning, became the first African American in the United States to be issued a patent. Granville T. Woods, very productive African American, had over 60 patents to his credit. But in 1887, he invented the rail telegraph system that was used to avert accidents by moving trains. They were able to send messages from moving train to a train station. It was the first time they were able to do that. Also, he invented the electric train system where the pole system that goes to the overhead power line. That's also his invention. Daniel Hale Williams performed the first open heart surgery in 1893. He also founded Providence Hospital in Chicago, Illinois. This was the first interracially staffed hospital in the United States, and that happened in 1891. Garrett A. Morgan invented the automatic traffic light in November of 1923. He also invented the gas mask in 1916. Those are some of the ones I have for you. Those are the ones I do have for you tonight. But as I said, until we can, I need to get you all to understand what we're missing in the American history curriculum, and the way to do that is to introduce you to some of the exploits of African Americans down through the years. Tremendous contributions that's not known about. And it's just really a regular part of American history. There's nothing separated about that. These achievements are enjoyed by us all. So I'll see you next session with another lesson. Y'all have a good night.
Thank you, Larry.
Mr. Alexander, if you'd allow me to just make one comment that would be helpful to us. I appreciate your coming before the board and staff to make presentations about various personalities. Since you spoke last time, let me tell you a little bit about what I have done. I have assembled appropriate staff to consider your request. There's no denying in our minds that we need to supplement the current text material that is used in American history as taught at the high school level in particular. So we are working from a curriculum standpoint to design a supplement, if you wish, but not only for African American history, Asian Americans that made contributions, Mexican Americans, etc. So we're working diligently at that. It would be helpful to us if you would supply to me or whomever you think is appropriate, if you have a rather lengthy list of individuals or events that you would like considered for this supplemental piece, I would appreciate if you would share that with us so we could give that consideration.
Yes, sir. I'll do that. Most of this is in my head, but I do have references that to make sure that I get my facts exactly right before I present them to you. I'd be glad to get with your facts some information to you. I think Mr. DeWitt had approached me earlier, and I'm going to fax him some things on tomorrow if I can get to it. I'll call you, Mr. Singley, and we'll get something together.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Okay. Now we move to our action items. We'll call on Ms. Rhonda Hufstadler.